You ready for this? Listen, I know we've talked about it a bit, but I want to be very sure we're on the same page before we go in there. I know grandfather has been useful to you, sort of, and I think I understand why you've been open to his help, but I want to be sure that we're a team. You and me against the world. Is that us? Are we still a team? Okay, because this is really important. I know you know that, but it bears repeating. I've spent a lot of time trying to put myself in your shoes, what it must be like to have power that burns like that, how it can go unchecked and how dangerous that is, and what it must feel like to get it under control, how easy it would be to lean into that. I get it, or I think I do. I've gotten a rush from different things before. I've had moments where I wanted to keep it going, so yeah, I think I get you. And of course, I want you to be happy and healthy and in control. But I have to know that you can put yourself in my shoes. Why I'm concerned about literally all of this. I know you understand my concerns about grandfather. You've been there for a lot of that. But I want to be sure that your connection to him over your powers doesn't take precedence over our history with him. He's still grandfather. He's still that guy who tried to manipulate and manage us for years now. He's in it for himself and for what he considers to be the greater good for vampires, which, again, is really just himself. And I trust you. I trust that you'll do your best to make choices that are the healthiest overall, even if they're the hard ones, but I know that it might be hard. Grandfather might throw everything he has at us, promises he can't keep, rewards for doing what he says. He's done all that before. But now you've had a taste of him actually helping you, and I could see why you'd maybe want more of that. No, I get that. He's not an entirely bad guy. I'm not trying to say that. He's Machiavellian. He's confident and crafty and a walking masterclass on getting people to do what he wants. And he does nothing without an agenda. Him helping you manage your powers, that's not out of the goodness of his heart. And I think you know that. There's some debate as to whether he even has a heart. I've spent a lifetime dealing with him. Decades of him trying to manage and control me, and now with you, he sees a path to power, to God knows what else. I just need you to remember, no matter what he does for you or for us, he's never just being nice. He's pulling strings. Our strings, when he can. I know he has, and honestly, the help he's given you so far, maybe that's enough to help you manage going forward. If the point is control and maintenance of your power, I feel like you already have those tools. You have the amber, you've had some training. So if things are under control more or less, what more is there? Well, think about it. What more might he want? What has he been showing you lately? Is it about keeping things manageable, or is it about testing limits? Is it training control or training expansion of the power? What has he been encouraging you to explore? Yeah, exactly. And you know why he would do that. You know in your heart why he would push you to see how much you could do, how far you could go. You know what he's doing. Even if it feels good, even if it feels powerful and strong, you know what he's doing. And giving him anything, letting him help you, you know there will be a price for that. There's always a price for what grandfather has to offer. Okay, I want you to be as happy and healthy as possible, sweetness. I want that so much. I just don't trust grandfather's motives. So as long as we agree on that, we can give this a shot. We can see what he has to say and filter it through the lens of what he actually means. He can't hide from us. He can't pretend to be something he's not. He's shown his hand too many times before, so we are the ones in charge now. Right? Right. We are the ones who decide what happens next. He has no power over us. He has no control. We make our own path, you and me, together. Good. Okay then, I guess we should go in. You ready? Hey, I love you. You are my angel, and I love you so much. Let's get through this. Hello, grandfather. You look less than thrilled. A bit pinched, in fact. No, I know that. You didn't expect to see me. I am very much uninvited, which raises a few questions on its own. And yet here I am. And I don't think you want to ask me to leave. That would be such a bad look. I know how you care about appearances. And servants do talk, no matter how much fear you strike in them, so how about this? We have a nice conversation about what you've been up to and what your agenda is, and then we leave, and you go back to leaving us alone. How's that? I'm not going anywhere. So either you talk to us, or we stare at each other awkwardly. I promise you I can be patient. I don't think you want to cross me right now. No, don't get up. Just relax. We're all fine here. Angry. Angry isn't the word. I am a lot of things right now. Furious was one of them for a while, but then how can I even be surprised? You are exactly what you've always been. You make no secret of it, so none of this should come as a shock to me. Well, be that as it may, believe it or not, I understand you. I know you aren't a bad person. No, just listen. I know you have the capacity to. I don't hate you. I never have. You aren't trying to hurt us, at least most of the time. You work for your own best interests. Right, the family, the legacy, vampire kind. Grandfather, you are in all things consistent. Misguided maybe, but consistent, so I don't think you're a bad guy. You're just you. And you are manipulative and controlling and occasionally very underhanded. None of that is new. I'm fairly certain I've said it before. You do not get to decide what is for our own good. You're not the judge of what's good for us. We are. Oh, right. Consistent, like I said. Honestly, get in line. Anyone who knows anything about our situation wants to have power over us. You, the council, the registry, as inept as they are. Once the angel powers became a factor, once there was even the slightest chance that we'd have a child, everyone wanted a hand on us. We see it, we acknowledge it, and we want nothing to do with it. We don't currently have an angel-vampire hybrid child in the mix, but even if we did, you would not be the one to decide what's best for them. We cooperate with the council because keeping the peace makes the most sense right now. Surely you understand strategy. You are the self-identified puppet master after all, and they have a level of power that it doesn't make sense to mess with. Exactly. Why rock the boat when the main motivator for everyone's interest doesn't even exist, and may never exist? Why make waves? We just want to be left alone, and playing nice is usually the best way to do that. No, don't try to get crafty. We are a united front. Whatever wedges you try to drive between us, they won't work. We want the same things. We want a normal life. Yes, both of us. Right, the reason we're here. The angel powers. They've been an issue for a while, which I know you know. Even the things we don't tell you, you have your ways to discover. And in all honesty, you have been helpful in dealing with that. Hey, credit where it's due. You've helped us to make sure that the bursts of unchecked power don't burn down our house. The use of the amber, the training, the control, those are good things. Without your help, things might have gone very much worse, so for that I'm grateful. We are grateful. And let me make it clear before you even speak that gratitude does not imply we owe you anything. You helped us, we say thank you, and nothing further can be expected. I know, you rarely do anything that doesn't give you some sort of advantage, but this time, I feel like maybe you did, at least at first. Maybe you did just want to help us not lose control over this very unpredictable power. Of course, you have an agenda now, but the fact that you helped us at all without a promise of some sort of reward later is telling. Perhaps you actually do care about us. I won't let it go to my head, don't worry. Now then, your help has been one thing, but lately your involvement has been a bit more insidious. The two of you, meeting in secret, working on the powers without telling me, that's where your agenda starts, and that's where I have a problem with it. Which you knew I would, otherwise it wouldn't have been a secret. Don't play stupid, it insults us both. Come on, grandfather, we're wasting time. What is it you want? What do you hope to gain, offering such generous help with the angel powers? Well, clearly it's not about managing the power anymore. That part's under control. What you've been encouraging lately has been more than just maintenance. It's been an expansion of power. New abilities, pushing the envelope a bit. So, why? Don't try that. I know what you said at the time. You told me that, didn't you, Sweetness? You told me his encouragements, his little serpent's tongue at work to get you here and make you think it was the best thing, doing it in secret. Exactly. He can't hide behind you here, not from me. Try again, Grandfather. Well, the obvious answer is a weapon, that by helping refine and focus the energy and abilities, you'll think you'll get control over them that you can wield as you see fit. Not all the time, of course, but as needed. After you've built a rapport, established a connection. Just the two of you, super secret. Is that it? Or is there more to your plans than just being the one in on the ground floor with the overpowered angel? You say that, but your eyes say something else. You have something in mind. You want something from us, from you, Sweetness. He wants something from you. More than just a tool in his arsenal, although that's certainly a perk. You know how he is. The manipulation can be subtle. He hides it, but... What is it, Grandfather? What do you hope to do, having an angel in your pocket? I don't expect you to tell me. I know that at least part of this was just your need to have your finger on the power, whatever it is. If you don't want to tell me your more immediate motivations, I can't make you. But I also can't be sorry that I found you out. You knew I would. You probably worked as fast as you could before I learned what was going on. Did I ruin it for you, whatever your plan is? Did I find out too soon? I think you want to tell me. I think there's a part of you that wants to explain yourself, because when you think you're right, you want everyone to rally to your banner. And most of the family does, usually. You want your genius to be on full display. Your ego is one of your failings, but it does make you confident. Then let's say I get that from you. The confidence, the viper's tongue, all of it. Thank you for that. I happen to like who I am. Going forward, I think perhaps these lessons should stop. No, we're agreed on this, aren't we, Sweetness? No more. Now that things are under control, now that our couch won't be catching fire, we don't need any more of your help. Grandfather, please. Of course it's tempting to have your guidance, seeing what these powers can do, but at the end of the day, you don't have much more knowledge than we do. You're feeling your way the way we are. You're no expert in angel powers, you're just an expert in management. You want to be the one to make all the choices, which... No, you don't get to decide our path, not for either of us. No, Grandfather, this is where it ends. You've been taking chances you should not be taking. You don't know as much as you claim to, and you've been treating this whole thing as a bit of a science experiment, learning as you go and taking really dangerous risks. That ends now. These powers, they could be lethal. Not just to you, Sweetness, but to anyone around. He's been risking your life to see how much you can do and how far it can go. None of that is worth it. You are too important for him to take the chance on hurting you just to build whatever weapon he wants out of you. I don't care what his agenda is. I don't care what he wants. Your life is the most important thing. As long as you won't be exploding anytime soon, we're done here. We're done with him. We don't need him. Stop it, Grandfather. Just stop. Addiction? I think you're underestimating our strength. And even if there are some elements of addiction at play, feeding it won't help. Coming here, getting deeper and deeper into the powers, it's not worth it. Addictions can be broken, especially when it's the smarter thing, the healthier thing. You're in agreement, right, Sweetness? You wouldn't want me taking the risks if our role was reversed. You'd worry for my safety the way I worry for yours. And if we're a team, we have to deal with this together, you and me, right? Good. I think we're done here then. Let's go. No, Grandfather, we're done. No more lessons, no more flexing the angel powers, no more of your agenda. Thank you for your help thus far, and now you can leave us alone. Please. If you care at all for us, if you care at all for the future we're trying to build, then try for just 1 second to see us as more than pawns on your game board. See us as people, as your family, and treat us accordingly, if you can. All right then, come on, Sweetness. We have a home to get back to. Maybe we'll see you around, Grandfather, if you can play nice. Okay. Okay, are you okay? Are we? I'm a little shaky, but I'll live. You know how it is. He's a lot. You sure you're okay? You're fine with not doing the lessons anymore? Anything like that? Okay, the addiction thing hit close, and the fact that this was all being hidden, I'm still sort of adjusting to that. Hey, I trust you, but I also know the powers. They can get into you in ways that maybe you don't even know, or can't fight, at least not alone. Okay, well, honesty from now on, everything, and we figure this out together. If you start to crave the powers like you have to use them, we can find outlets for that. Grandfather doesn't have to be a part of it. I don't know. He clearly wants something, and soon. He has a plan. Maybe we ruined it, maybe we didn't. I don't know, actually. He let us go pretty easily, and didn't seem at all surprised that I was there, come to think of it. Maybe there's more going on than we think. Who knows? We could tie ourselves into knots wondering. For now, let's just go home. If we're somehow playing into his hands, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, we got this. We've handled him before. Come on, sweetness. I'm feeling like pizza for dinner. Hey, you lovely goobers. Be sure to comment on this audio because I'll pin my favorite comment. Big shout out to Joe Fortin. You're this audio's randomly selected Sweetness patron. Do you want to be a Sweetness patron? Support me on Patreon. The link is in the description for that and lots of other stuff. Your support is the only reason I can keep making audios. Check out some other audios. I have more than 700 of them. And thanks for listening.